Hello, welcome back. It's Friday. No, it's not Friday. It's Tuesday. Oh goodness, that's a good start. It's Tuesday, the 1st of December. I'm just going to check I'm going live in the right place. I think I'm here. And I'm just going to quickly share this over to my group. Come on, Facebook, refresh. It just means it gives you a chance to catch up as well and to find me. Okay, it's actually caught up. Let's just share this over to my VIP group because I know some of you follow me over there. I've moved my MacBook to the other side as well, in between the live that I did earlier. I'm also pretty anxious. Just enlarge my screen. Oh, and pretty anxious about my battery holding out. Just going to move you slightly down. So somebody's here. Do say hi if you're joining. You haven't got to stamp along live with me. There's no pressure for that, but do, say hello. Love to know who's here. So what I've done, I've just quickly, which is why I'm slightly out of breath, ran over to the house after eating my breakfast. So feel pretty full. Ran over to the house and quickly got the extension lead because I'm thinking my battery may not last. I've charged it up since my live this morning, but it's only at about 65%. And I'm worried that it's not going to hold up. So if my battery, if I get a little pop-up telling me my battery's low, I'm going to pull out my microphone and just plug my charger in, because it's better that I stay live and that you can see me, even if the sound quality won't be as good. So hi Elaine, thanks for coming back. Hi Ellie, you're still here as well. That's lovely. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so here are the first 3 cards that we've made using the Ornamental Envelopes. So this was week 1 and week 2. And this was last week's card that we made. We used this stamp here. We mounted it on our block in a semicircle so that we could create this wreath. So that was what we did last week. Let's bring in what we're doing today. So if you're stamping live with me, so this is today's card. If you're stamping live and you're using your kits, you need to locate kit number 4 from your pack. Hi Cherie, thanks for coming back. It's nice to have some company. Like I've said before, when I'm doing my lives, it feels like I've got people in the studio with me. It's really strange because I'm talking to somebody, I guess. So we've got quite a bit to do on this, so I think we will make a start. I will try not to worry about my battery dying on me and try to keep an eye out on my phone for my little pop-up telling me my battery is low, because when I'm in the live, there's nothing on my screen actually giving me an indication of my battery levels. So, not that I can see anyway. So, you need to locate, oh look at the colour of this, your large ornament stamps or baubles, whatever you like to call them. You'll need this, which is like the envelope, I call it the envelope lines, for when you're popping your address on your envelopes. Move that. We're using this branch, which we're going to move onto our block into a straighter position. In fact, I'll do that now. So this is the shape it appears in your stamp set. But if you pop it onto your block and kind of move it, stretch it. Let's have a look. Something. Move that one down so it's more in a straight with a bit of curve at the end. That would be good. Then you will need this little corner stamp, And the Merry Christmas I've pulled out from the curvy Christmas stamp set, which I'm looking around has disappeared. We used it earlier. Anyway, let's make a start. So let's wipe off the grid. Bring in all of your pieces. Doesn't look very light. Just move my light a little bit. You'll need a shaded spruce background base card. So we'll just start by folding that one in half. The other annoying thing as well is when my phone pops that little window up to tell me my battery is low, it means I can't actually end the live without taking my phone out of the holder, which is really annoying. So I have to take it out, and then we have that wobble moment. I'm going to put the insert to one side for the moment. Let's start with some stamping. You'll need some scrap Whisper White, got a piece here, your spongy mat, because we're using photopolymer, and we'll start with the pale colour first. Do you remember I said I found that when I'm using cherry cobbler, it seems to, even though I'm cleaning my stamp in between, I'm finding it hard to actually clean it properly. And then I was finding that my Sahara sand was turning a bit pink. So I'm going to start off, where am I in shot? Come on Facebook, catch up. Start by inking this one first, and really we only need a couple of these ornaments. So let's just stamp that one down and just give that a quick clean. So if you've got your chamois handy, I just find my chamois, even when I clean it, I still get a bit of residue coming off. And then you need your cherry cobbler. We're also using shaded spruce. Those of you that have taken part in the kits in the post, you know the drill. You know which pieces you need to bring together. And then we also need some of these in cherry cobbler. Like so. These are just beautiful. I love, look at that, fabulous. And I'll cut those out in a moment. Now, in your kit, you have an insert. You also have a piece the same size, which is the front layer on your card. Then you've got another piece that's slightly smaller. This one measures 3.5 inches by 5 inches. This is this front panel. We're going to trim off the bottom, but this is the panel we're stamping on. Bit of tricky stamping. You need to locate this, what should we call it? These are the address dots, what you write your address on an envelope to keep it nice and straight. And we want to, wondering first if we'll do our branches. I think we'll do our branches first. So find your shaded spruce. I can see a bit of fluff on there. Where's my bin gone? Just going to take that bit of fluff off because I don't want that on my stamp. Oh look, my stamp's come unstuck, so just stick it back down on. It's because it's not designed to be straight like I wanted it to. And we're just going to have these, just a couple at the top as like a branch coming in for our baubles to overhang. So we'll pop one roughly about here. So coming across just past the halfway point, and then another one. Oh, look at that. Didn't ink that very evenly. One coming in just a bit below. Like that. And I splodged with ink, but do you know what? I'm going to cover that over with an ornament. Just going to give my hands a wipe to make sure that wasn't ink on my finger. I think it was off the corner of the block. Okay, so shaded spruce can go away to one side for now. Next we need to decide where we're going to place our ornaments. Now I think I'm going to cut these out so that we can lay them over the top and then draw some pencil lines. So these are the envelopes dies. I know that some of you, when you ordered these kits, I included the stamp set in the Stamp and Chat lives, but I didn't add on the dies, but some of you did, and they are just fabulous. So we're going to use this one just to cut out these ornaments. So just bear with me while I turn my back to you, and I just need to get a bit of washi tape just to hold these down and stop them from moving while I run them through. So here's one lot, just push all of those out. Gently pull that off, and then I'm going to snip that off a moment, and then just stick this one over the top. Sorry, a bit of a wobble then. I can see my camera moving. Jacqueline, you have to go to work now. You'll catch up later. Okay, don't be sorry. It's nice of you to come in and let us know anyway. Hopefully, yes, come and catch up later and you can see the card completed. Okay. I was being OCD there. I could see white edges. Oh, the OCD. Anybody else have the OCD issue? It gets me every time. As much as I try not to be fussy, it's hard to walk away from it. Okay, let's just push these out. Move my plates to one side. Just push these pieces out. We're going to have pieces that are left that you can save for another project. Just pull that off carefully. There we go. Save that bit of washi tape to use later. So bring back in this layer and we're going to have a little arrangement now. I need to hide that bit up, so you need to go there like that, and then I think a smaller one, maybe that one hanging up here. I feel you need to be a bit lower. Need to hide that. So something a bit like that. So let's put all of these just to one side to use on another project. Let's start straight, and then I'm going to roughly draw in some pencil lines of where I want to draw to stamp in these strings. If this isn't for you guys, if it's too fussy for you, literally you could just duplicate what we've got on here, but that big one is going to be in the way, but you could just duplicate that and then stamp it down directly and then die cut them and stick them over the top like we did another, wasn't last week, might have been the week before, was the week before. So I've got my pencil, I'm just going to roughly draw in where I want. I think you can go somewhere there. Oops. My lines to be like that, and I want them to be roughly that long. So bring in your Sahara sand ink. At this point you'll need a post-it note This is what I keep my post-it notes in. I don't know how many years ago I made this. It's got our bow punch, look, and I've even lost one of the parts of the bow, but I keep my post-it notes in here. I think it's time I made a new one. Maybe that'll have to be a goal with new product. Okay, so I'm going to line my post-it note because I don't want my dots to go above the branch. So I'm going to ink this up. Just bring that in. Just that one row. Right, this is tricky because I need to get in without having my head in the camera. And I just want a few dots coming down there, like that. Let's move that one over to here. And we're going to do the same, just ink up that one end row of dots and gently add in. I can leave my post-it note here. I'm just re-inking that end again. Got a real job to see and to try and get them straight. And then one more ink just to do this row down here, like that. Okay, so that's the tricky part, but it is a good tip, and a post-it note is always handy. So we end up like that. Just take my adhesive remover to take the worst of it away. Get a proper rubber on it later, like that. So can you see we've got our 4 strings there, and then we're going to bring these back in and roughly, am I in shot? Make sure you're in shot, Kerry. Hide that little accident. So it will be like that. Before we stick, I'm going to take this lovely scallop edge die and just cut from the bottom of here to create a nice scalloped edge. So let's quickly just do that. Line everything up, and I'm going to take it down. Check where it's cutting. Just takes a minute to line it in because I want it to be central and I don't want it to move. And this die it's the whole width of my plates as well, so I just need to make sure, there we go, that, if I bring it in and show you, can you see it's the whole width? So it just takes a minute to line it in there. And there we go. Nice bit of fluff going on there from my Big Boss, as everybody seems to be calling it. So the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine has been abbreviated to the Big Boss and the Mini Boss because it needs a name. And Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is quite a mouthful. Let's just get off those bits from my plates. Oh, she says, and put some more on there. And we can now add on, let's take you away because you get in my way. We'll pop this one on some dimensionals. I'm not checking comments. Ellie, OCD. If you never had OCD, you just go with the flow. I wish I could be more like that sometimes. It's just in me. I can't do anything about it. I try not to be so fussy and particular about things. But that's just the way it is. I can't look at things. If I see something it's not straight, or the cupboard door isn't shut properly, I have to go and sort the problem. I can't just leave it. I can't look at it. I've got to deal with it. Bit of Tombow on this layer because this one's going to be flat. This little bauble. Let's have it lined up. And that just hides like that. This one can be flat. Let's just pop a bit on there. It's probably just as easy. That's straight, and then we'll pop a dimensional under this one. I am what I am. I get it from my mum. And I have ingrained it on Jack as well. He's quite OCD, quite particular about certain things. So that's that part done. What we need to do now is bring in your kits. I cut this piece. It's all stuck together now. I've already die cut this piece for you. And I love the pieces, let me put them on here, that are left behind from this. I'm sure you could find a little use for these. Lovely cute little scalloped edge. In fact, they would look quite cute on there like that. But for this purpose, I'm just going to snip off this part. I'm going to keep those two little strips. I will use them for something else. And just pop a little bit of glue. How's my battery doing? I can't see any pop up yet. Just a couple of little tiny spots of Tombow. Not too much because it will come back out those holes at you, and then we're just going to line this down at the bottom. Let that stick for a minute, and then just snip off the ends. Stick, stay there. Okay, and I think we're now ready to layer up. So let's bring in our base piece. I think we could happily stick this one straight down now. So straight onto the front, nice even border all the way around. And then you've got some pieces of the Classic Christmas DSP. You can use which side you like. You've got, those of you that ordered the kits, you've got 1/8 of a pack, so quite a few sheets you had in there. And this measures 3 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch. Okay, this Sahara Sand one. And this measures the same. It looks a bit wonky. Does look a bit wonky, but I'm going with it because we're sticking it under anyway. This is 1/2 an inch, not even 3/8 of an inch even. It doesn't matter because it's going behind. The measurement you need when trimming yours is 3 3/4. That's the width. You can make this whatever you like. So a run of Tombow down there, and we just want to expose a bit of this stripe like that. Is that even? Move it along a little bit. Okay, so Facebook is being fun and saying that it's having a problem playing my video, so I'm just refreshing. I'm pretty sure I'm still live and it's still happening. This happens regularly. You know, when you're trying to watch somebody else's Facebook live. I've done this the wrong way round, but I'm gonna have a spotty one today. Yeah, Facebook seems to play games, so I actually can't see myself or what I'm doing or whether I am in shot. So I'm just going to refresh again and keep refreshing until I come up. Okay, we'll just let that load. So we've just popped those 2 layers down together, move that out of the way, and we can now add in this layer. So in true style for me, some dimensionals on the back, so 1 in each corner, some across the middle just to give it support, and some through the middle. Just quickly pull off all of those backs, hoping I'm still in shot. I'm pretty sure I'm still here, which is why I'm carrying on. Let's have a look. Just going to check if I'm... Okay, yeah, I can see I'm still here. Facebook, it does these things to try us. You know, it is quite nervy going on here and going live and trying to act like a normal human being and not screwing everything up. And then it throws you out like that and you can't see what you're doing and you have no idea what's going on. Technology is great, but only when it's working. Okay, so this is where we're at the moment. Next we need to do, let me bring the card back in. We're going to do this like label with our greeting on. Now, what is this punch called? Who can tell me what this is called? Can't actually see. I'm just refreshing myself, guys, because I can't see any comments. I don't know why. What's happened to my comments? Well, I can't be worrying about that now. Okay, I think I'm back. Sorry, I just needed to see I'm still alive, still live, yeah, alive even. This punch, which escapes me what it's called, and without wanting to take more time to find my catalogue, I'm sure one of you girls on here can help us out. So I'm going to punch one of these. Do love our punches. I might have some new punches coming my way from the new January mini catalogue. Everybody received a little sponge wedge, and we're just going to go around the edge with the Sahara sand just to give this little label with our greeting on a bit of depth. I am going quite heavy-handed with this, which is out of my comfort zone really, even though it's only Sahara sand. There we go, and that will make it pop away from the white, having the white against white. Do you remember this little tricky one we used last time? Where's my sponge mat gone? There it is. Now practice. Mount this one centrally on a block. If you put it up in a corner, you're more likely to add pressure to one side. So have a little practice. 2 hands, gentle but firm stamping. And with this one, I'm going to line it on my grid. We're going to have it coming in like this. So I thought that was quite an unusual way to use it, but I thought it was different way of using, because this is really designed for the corner of your cards. That will just about do. And then to add to that, you should have some skinny strips in your kit, and we just need some shaded spruce ink. And the greeting is from, is from the Curvy Christmas stamp set. I'm just going to stamp Merry Christmas on there and snip off the edges. So I need to book myself a haircut. And I'm going to be brave. I don't have my hair cut very often. I don't know why. I think I want my hair to grow. It's a catch-22. I want my hair to grow, but it doesn't grow because I don't have it cut often enough. But I'm worried about having it cut that it will be short. Is that crazy? Am I mad? Yeah. So I am going to have, I need to have my roots done. But I'm going to have my hair cut, and I'm going to have a really good cut because I've got lots of very dead ends and my hair desperately needs a good cut. So I'm presuming tomorrow I'll be able to ring the hairdressers and make an appointment. I'm hoping. I wanted to have it done way before my birthday, but obviously we were in lockdown and that didn't happen. Is that straight? I think it is. I've got cramp in my foot now. Don't know where that came from. Bit of Tombow on the back of here. Not raising it up with any more dimensionals because we've already got one layer raised, and we're just going to pop it under there like that. And then we're almost done. All we need now are the gems. Oops, they're alive. These are the gilded gems. You've all had some of these in your kits. They're absolutely beautiful, and I think I'm not going to over embellish. I'm just going to pop a couple on. We'll start with a large one down at the bottom. And oh, I've just realised I've missed a bauble. Actually missed one, but that's totally fine, it doesn't matter. I wonder if I could put one on there. Why not? Who says I can't? Because I need some balance. And then just a small one up here, like that. So on my original card I also had, I wonder if I could pop it in. Let's find one. What have I done with it? I wonder if I could, no, because I need the string, don't I? So on my original card I had one coming down a bit lower. I think it's okay. I think it looks quite well balanced. I'm not convinced about that there. What do you think? Yay or nay? Let you have a think about that. If you hate it, I will pull it off. So we are done. Apart from deliberating whether that should be there or not, the sun's coming in, guys. How lovely. I'm looking across, I can see the hills. I'm presuming that would be the Malverns. It would be, surely. Maybe not. I need to look the other way to find the Malverns. But it looks lovely out there. I can see green fields, I can see blue sky, bit of cloud, and the sun is coming in. Do I need to go and close my blind? I might well do. So that's our finished card. Let's pop something on the inside. So grab your insert and your sponge mat. We'll work over here out of the sun. And I think we'll have just this. Shall we? Shall we do something different? What if I just, so I've got a couple of ornaments left. What if I just, let's try it. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. I'm just going to experiment. Right, always start with your paper straight. Have one here. No rocking this time, Kerry, because we cannot hide anything. Oh, look. It's on my finger. Let us think. How can I get rid of that little finger smudge? I think if I put it like that, it's going to look too upright. I'll do that after. Inky fingers, guys. I'm not going to worry about any strings hanging. I'm literally, because this is the inside, going to just pop these, come on Tombo, straight down like this, hanging from the branches of the tree, like that. No strings, just hanging right in there. I'm just going to clean this, just wipe this stamp off a minute because I want to move it. And I'm just running to close my blinds. Just pull that down, stop the sun glaring. And I'm going to move. I've got a wet block now, it's not going to like it. I want it to straighten out that way a bit, but I don't know if it will. Let's just hold it there for a minute. Nope. Wants to stay like that. So I'm just going to randomly cover up that little mistake with some more branches coming in at a bit of an angle. That is totally fine. I'm happy with that. And then we can pop this one into our card. And then we are done. So that's good food for thought actually, because the most time I get ink on my fingers is when I'm touching, when I'm picking up an ink pad. It's not usually off my block, it's usually when I'm going to hold the ink or I'm moving it, and then I get inky fingers, which then obviously makes its way onto the card. So I'm not going to pop a greeting in there. We've got one on the front. We don't always have to have greetings inside or outside. You don't always have to do that. So there we go. There's our finished card. Hope you've enjoyed that. Battery seems to be holding up for a moment. So before I go, I did chat earlier about what is coming up. If you're joining if you're joining the live and you're wondering which products I've used, you can find them in our winter mini catalogue. These are the ornamental envelopes stamps that I've used, and we've also got the dies as well. So if you're on catch up and you're wondering about these products, can you still get them? You can at the moment. This catalogue is live until 4th of January, I want to say, and then it will be disappearing, but you can still order these products from me now. Last day to receive stuff guaranteed before Christmas is 9th of December, but you can still order these products and catch up with all of the lives and the YouTube channels in your own time. So those are in this mini catalogue here, okay? And I just quickly run through again for some of you that weren't with me this morning. The next round of Stampin' Chats includes the Coming Home stamp set and 3 Stampin' Blends, just the light colours. It's £38, I believe, £38.95, and you get the stamps, the 3 blends. You'll get 5 card kits that will go along with 5 lives that I do here on Facebook. You'll get your little wedge as well, so you get a little wedge to use, and that also includes postage and packaging, so all the materials to pack it, my time to post it, and the cost of posting as well. If you want to add on the dark version of each blend, you can do that, it will be extra. And if you want to add on the dies, because there is a die set, see if I've got that handy. No, I'm not going to go looking through now. You can also add on the dies if you want to. And my mission with this stamp set is to create non-Christmas projects with it, okay? So if you've already got this stamp set but you'd like to join in with the lives, you can just switch out the stamp set for another product of the same value. So just get in touch if you're interested in any of that. And then really quickly, I'm just going to show you my hoop, my Christmas hoop kit. I popped this on Instagram. I've not actually put it on Facebook, but I popped it on my Instagram, and it kind of went really wild with all the statistics. It was very liked and lots of people seemed to love it. I had lots of comments on it. So I'm doing kits for this. I will be closing it in a couple of days. I'm waiting for delivery of hoops. They should be here hopefully really soon. But basically the kit is £10.95 posted, and it's all die cut pieces. So I'm permitted to include everything in here, and you get enough die cut pieces to create 3 hoops. You get ½ meter of this ribbon, and you get ¼ of a pack of the classic Christmas DSP. And I do have, opening this up to show you, I do have some of this left because I ordered a few packs. So you get ¼ of a pack of this included. Okay, these are the other sides. Oh, isn't it delicious? I just love it. So that is £10.95 postage. You get 1 hoop, but there is an option to add on hoops if you want to. So if you're interested in that, drop me a message or go and find me on Instagram and give me a follow, and you can also message me through there as well. So without going any further, we're still in battery. So I'm going to leave you with the card that we've made today. If you've got any questions, please shout me. And I will try and answer. But for now, I'm going to bid farewell, get my phone back on charge, and get back to some work. So thanks for joining me today, guys. I will speak with some of you very soon. But if I don't, then take care until next time. Bye for now. So now my phone has just, I'm saying bye, and now my phone has decided that my battery is low. So I've got to take it out of my holder. A bit of a wobble, and I have to manually close my little window before I can say bye. So I'm actually saying bye for real now. Bye guys.